Alrighty, so now that we have our initial refactor in for basically the ability info, we want to manipulate, well, not manipulate, but we want to change slash refactor the equipment actor ability handles. So we need to do this so that we can actually remove the corresponding ability handles when we say drop or remove an actor from our equipment. Now, to begin, we need a way to test this. So we're going to do a U function. It's going to be void remove equipped actor, a actor, actor. Now, again, like I had mentioned, we are going to be refactoring these names. Well, not refactoring, it's just going to be a slight rename, but we'll do that when we get there. So we need to remove the equipped actor, and the way we can do that is let's just copy our add equipped actor, and instead of add, let's do remove. And if we look at the remove function, the return is the number of removed elements. So basically, if it is greater than 0, we removed something. So if actually, yeah, that's all we need to do is just if, remove is greater than 0, we can do this. So greater than 0, we can go through, and in our case, we are going to remove the ability equipment info. So let's remove that line. Now, we need to go and see how this is going to work. So here's our give in equipment ability info. So it takes in the ability info, and that's fine, but we need to know what this ability info belongs to. So this is where a map is quite useful. So if we go to our equipment actor ability handles, we can change this to be a map that has a pointer to an actor as the key and the F ability handles as the value. So let's do a T map, A actor for the key, and F ability handles for the value. And let's also make this a U property because it is using the actor as the key. Next up, inside of the give in equipment ability info, we need to get access to the actor. So we need to add as a parameter the actor, like so. I can type. So we'll do that as the first parameter. And then let's go ahead and fix up wherever this is called. So add equipped actor. Let's pass in the actor. And that is it. Okay, so let's go back up. So here we are, we have the actor. Now we need to get access to that actor's ability handles. So if we grab the equipment actor ability handles, we can search, well, more or less we can find which will return a reference to the value. So we're going to pass in the key, which is actor. And as you can see, well, actually this is a pointer, so let me think, because in our case, we're never going to have more than, well, we're always going to have to add the key. So we don't necessarily need to find it. So in our case of us, giving the equipment ability, we're only doing that once. So let's actually replace find with add. So we can add it, and as you can see, it returns a reference to the value. So the value is going to be a F ability handles by reference ability handles. So now we have ability handles, in which case we can replace equipment actor ability handles with ability handles like so. And that takes care of adding the equipment. Next up, we want to, good grief dog, we want to remove the ability handles as well. So we do have this function here, which takes in a ability handles. So we can actually use that in place of having to do it again. So let's go down to, okay, so inside of removed equipped actor, we want to go ahead and get basically a pointer to the ability handles. So we can grab the, what was the variable called? Equipment actor ability handles dot find, And what we want to find is the return from the actor. So basically, if this is valid, so if, what was it? If ability handles. So if that is valid, we know we have, well, the entry here. So what we can do is call remove ability handles and pass in the ability handles. Now we need to dereference it. And from here, we can then go ahead and remove this actor from the equipment actors ability handles map. So let's grab that, dot remove, and pass in the actor. And that'll remove it from the actual array. Now that we have all that, let's go ahead, compile, launch, and give it a try. Okay, once we are back in the editor, let's load up the data asset just to make sure. So in the STG, we need to set the in-equipment ability info gameplay effect kind of as our test. So we want, let's remove the gameplay effect for test and add it to our gameplay effects in the in-equipment ability info. So now that we have that, let's go to our pawn, player pawn, and set up a quick test, kind of like we did before. So we want an input. So left mouse button and change it to G. So when we press G, we want to get the held actor from the shooter pawn component. And we want to, on the equipment component, remove the equip actor, or remove the equipped actor. So let's pass in the held actor and give this a try. So hopefully, when we have G pressed, we'll see the own tag go away. So when I buy, we immediately get our gameplay queue.test tag added. And when we switch between weapons, it stays there. So that works like we want. And when I press G, as you can see, it went away. So that means it is in fact removing our ability info from that map. And that's pretty much all I wanted to do here. And that's basically going to allow us to have the ability to, let's just pretend that this is the, let's just pretend that we have the 1911 and the BAR equipped. When we walk up and we have the BAR equipped, we buy the STG. It will, well, we can remove the BAR, then destroy it, and then give ourselves the STG in its place. And it's going to remove any attributes, or sorry, not attributes, any ability related info that we have had on it. So that's good. So with that said, we also are going to be utilizing this as a way to tell which, buy message or which thing do we buy. So what I mean by that is we press F to buy the STG, and now we have this tag. So let's pretend this tag is, the STG. So when I press F to buy again, I want it to buy the ammo for 150, not the weapon. So this way it'll basically, if we have the tag that matches the weapon, we will simply, buy the ammo. If we don't have the tag, then we buy the weapon. So that's kind of the route that we're going to be taking with this, because that's also another way that we can go through and kind of keep the modules separated, because we're going through the ability system. So with all that said and out of the way, I will see you in the next video.